Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the International Fab Talks. We are here again, and yet with another celebrity who's here giving us the time and positive vibes as to how we could also build a beautiful life for ourselves and others. We'll get to learn a lot today from our celebrity and guest who's joining us all the way from Chennai. He's Mr. V.Muralidharan, a wonderful person, a person who has all humanitarian feelings, who's connected with humanity on a larger scale. And it didn't start just yesterday or today. It started in the year 1988. I think prior to that, maybe let's get to know about that secret. Join me, friends, to welcome our celebrity and guest. As I earlier mentioned, he is V.Muralidharan, sir. He is the founder and managing director of Sevalaya, a wonderful charitable organization that has done so much and is continuing to do more and more for the needy, the underprivileged across India. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session.
Thank you. It is nice meeting you. Nice meeting all the viewers of the International Fab Talks. So thank you for giving me this opportunity where I can share something about all the activities of Sevalaya and how we have supported millions of underprivileged people.
Yes, actually, we should thank you, sir. You have taken out time in spite of a busy schedule. You took out some time for us to share your knowledge and wisdom and to inspire the youth. We want many other youngsters to come out with beautiful ideas like this and to, bring about beauty and happiness in the world again. Sir, I go ahead and share your profile with your permission, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
yes.
Please.
Dear friends, I share the profile of our celebrity and guest. I share it very briefly because all of it, sir, will be sharing as we go through this beautiful journey to get to know sir a little more. As I earlier mentioned, sir is Mr. V.Muralidharan, the founder and managing trustee of Sevalaya. And sir is an alumnus of the Indian Institute of Science. And he's, as I mentioned, the founder and the managing trustee of Sevalaya. That's already done. And Sevalaya is a wonderful charitable organization. The headquarters, guess where? Chennai. Sir is also joining us from Chennai. And it's not only in Chennai. There are several branches, my dear friends, doing charitable activities in, of course, Chennai, Thiruvallur, Kanchipuram, Chengelpet, Dharmapuri, Mayiladuthurai, if I get that right, Mayiladuthurai. Sir, can you help me with that?
Yeah, Mayiladuthurai.
Yes, that is it from sir, because it's a tongue twister for me. Thank you, sir. Tenkasi, Thanjavur, Tirunelveli, I think is that Tirunelveli. And then we have, yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. Nilgiris Hills. And you say that Nilgiris districts in Tamilnadu and Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and so many other places, dear friends. I've just mentioned a few. Sevalaya runs free school, evening tuition centers. Guess for who? For the rural poor and the tribal children. Medical centers, mobile medical services, community colleges for skill development of rural youth. That's the beauty, hardly we take care of the people who are in the villages or deeper into those areas or the tribal areas. Now, sir has been giving his time, energy, and expertise, focusing also on organic farming, gaushala that shelters cows, homes for the orphans and destitute children and senior citizens as well. That is beautiful. Not only children, even senior citizens are taken care of with the help of Sevalaya. All services are rendered free. I repeat that, are rendered free of charges without any discrimination based on caste, creed, color, religion, language, or gender. Now, it was a beautiful poem of the great and one and only Mahakavi Bharatiyar. At sir, that is Muralidharan sir, he read a beautiful poem written by Bharatiyar when he was 11 years old. And that gave him the beautiful inspiration to dedicate his life towards public service. And we'll get to know what is the name of the poem, because that is the secret. When we start talking with sir, we'll get to know what is that poem. I'm not going to let it out. And so when he read this beautiful poem, he understood that Saraswati Puja is to provide education to at least one poor child. And this laid the beautiful seed or the beautiful thought in sir's mind to go forward and to educate others. Not only educate yourself, but educate others too. And that's how the beautiful journey began. And more inspiration was drawn from none other than the father of our nation, that is Mahatma Gandhiji. His ideologies have always really played a wonderful role to focus on the Indian villages. And where Indian villages need to grow and prosper, one has to contribute back, not only to the city life, not only the town life or to go to the international level, but come back to the basic root level, that is focus on the villages. If our villages are strong I think India would be one of the greatest and a very well developed country very soon. I mean, that's a big takeaway for all. And sir also loves to focus on Swami Vivekananda's school of thought that God comes in the form of food to a poor and hungry man. So if at all you're offering food or giving food to somebody, you are the divine. The divine is within you. And that's it. Sevalaya took shape when Muralidharan sir finished his engineering degree. He was a very young child when he took up this beautiful session and a mission. It's not a session, it's a mission. I should change that. It's a beautiful mission. And he finished his engineering degree from the Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru, and joined the Tata Consultancy Services in the year 1988. Subsequently, he also completed the graduation degree, that is with regard to Gandhian thought. I repeat that, Gandhian thought. If you would like to do it, my friends, you can also try that out from Madurai Kamraj University, which has enabled him to go much deeper and make Sevalaya what it is today. It is these beautiful education that he's acquired, the knowledge that he has acquired through this post-graduation course, and as well as through lots of teachings and readings of Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi, and Bhatyar. Now we go on with a little more. Sevalaya came into force on 29th May 1988. Many of you were not even born, I guess, at that time, my dear friends. So that began at that time, and imagine now, it's a very, very long time. But the planning and preparation, including mobilizing of funds, began much earlier. As a student, Muralidharan sir, along with his friends, introduced a manuscript magazine called as Raga Mallika, which served as a forum to voice his thoughts on social evils and its remedies. That's beautiful. In addition, Muralidharan sir and his friends, they founded Vivekananda Association, a voluntary welfare organization catering to help the orphans and blind schools as well, the orphanages and blind schools. Now, apart from that, it's worth mentioning that Muralidharan sir played a significant role in creating an audio library for a school for the visually challenged. Now, visually challenged audio library, that's great. I get it very clear. In Bengaluru, when he was a student of the Indian Institute of Science, he also conducted regular weekend classes for children in the slums in Srirampur, Bengaluru. The first 6 months of the expenses of Sevalaya didn't come from any outsource. It came from the pockets of Muralidharan sir. His savings, he used it up, in order to take Sevalaya to the right place. In addition, he every year makes a contribution. Till date, he contributes personally to the growth and to the development of Sevalaya. A career in the IT sector combined with studies in Gandhian thought was a winning combination that richly, befitted Sevalaya and has contributed to its immense growth. Not one branch, there are several branches, and we wish many more branches across India and the world, I guess. Muralidharan sir gained lots of expertise and experience in project management, quality assurance, leadership skills during his tenure at Tata Consultancy Services, and which he has learned a lot of principles from there, which he has applied in Sevalaya as to how things should go forward. That's really nice. Higher studies in Gandhian thought deepened his understanding of the various issues of rural India. Now, friends, there's much more to share with regard to sir's profile, but now I'm going to put a full stop and continue the journey with our sir and celebrity who's here with us. How many of us take this decision to live for others, to do our very best? We are very selfish, most of us, maximum number of us. So let's learn how to be unselfish, how to be more caring and compassionate when we look at pain and suffering across the world or around us. Hello, sir, and thank you for being here with us. You have an impressive profile, very, very impressive. And you didn't start it just like 5 years ago or 10 years ago. It all began very, very early in life. At the age of 11, there was a beautiful transformation in your mind. We'd like to know, who is the real Muralidharan sir? How would you define yourself?
Thank you. Thank you very much for that lengthy introduction about me. Defining myself, I am a servant of Mahatma Gandhi, Mahakavi Bharati, and Swami Vivekananda. That's all. There's nothing more to it.
You just cut that short, sir. So sweet. That's really nice. And that's very humble of you. Instead of speaking volumes and saying something, you just put that very easily. So I follow the principles of these three great personalities. So Now, I'd like you to share the name of that poem, or as many of them pronounce it as
Yeah.
poem, that inspired you. Bhartiyar's poem.
So I'll just narrate that incident, what happened when I was just 11-year-old. I was in my seventh grade in my school, and I had one of my classmates who was living in the next street. So we used to every day, go together to the school, come back from the school, and then most of the evenings, either he will come to my house or I will go to his house. So we used to spend a lot of time, even outside the school hours, we used to spend together. And whenever I go to his house, one thing I noticed is there are a lot of books in his house. There's a full almirah of lot of books, because his father used to be a writer. Of course, he was not a very popular writer, not a very famous writer. I don't know whether any of his stories, short stories, got published also. But he used to write a lot. And all these people, writers and all, they read a lot also. They read from a lot of books, and then they get the inspiration and they write. So every time when I go there, I used to scan the bookshelf and then see if there is any good book which is interesting to me to read. Then I picked up one book on a particular day, and that cover was very, very attractive to me, because I saw a picture of a man with a turban, which in Tamil Nadu we don't see. Maybe in Punjab you can see everybody wearing turban. In Tamil Nadu it's very new. And then with the big mush, and then the eyes, straight looking into my eyes. So that picture was very, very powerful picture. Then immediately I told my friend's father, that I will borrow this book. I will take it from here. I will read it and give it back to you. So he laughed at me, and he said, I lost half of my books, like this. People come and take the books, they never come back and give it. You are such a young boy, you are not going to understand this book. So why do you want to take this book? Then I said, no, this cover is very powerful. So I want to see what is there inside. So I will take this book. Then he said, okay, take it only for one day. Tomorrow evening you give it back to me. Otherwise, you are not going to give it back. No, we'll let us have a deadline for you to, go through this book and bring it back. Anyway, 1 day or 1 year, no, you are not going to understand anything, because you are too young for this. When I took that book, I came home. I was very confident that next day I can read the book, because next day was a school holiday. So I thought I have a lot of time. I can sit and read the book. What is the problem? I can finish and give it. The next day was a holiday because it was a Saraswati Puja day. You see, in India, we have this Navratri festival. One day is dedicated to the god of learning, goddess of learning, Saraswati. So it's called Saraswati Puja. And the practice is on that day, all the books should be kept in the puja. So my grandfather was there at home, who will practice all this very religiously. And he said, give me all your books. Whatever books you have got, give me everything. So it has to go into puja today evening. And tomorrow morning we will have the puja. And tomorrow evening only the book will come out of the puja. So that means the entire time for which I have borrowed this book, the book is not going to be with me. It's going to be with Saraswati. So how can I read? Then now I thought, okay, I can cheat my grandfather. I can give all my school books. I can have this one book with me and I can keep reading this book. Then I gave all the other books, but I was hiding this one book which I borrowed. He didn't know that I brought this book, so he was also okay to keep the all other books. And there's one big, huge Saraswati picture was there at my home on those days. So he will take that picture, keep it there, and keep all these books in front of the picture. He will get ready to do the puja. And that time, I said, okay, I will open the book and read. So only then I opened the book. Then I understood that is more than 400 pages. It's all poetry. It's not even prose. 400 pages of poetry. 11-year-old boy reading it in 24 hours and understanding. My friend's father was correct. I am not going to read and understand anything from this. And 1 day is not enough for this. Then what do we do? So whenever we pick up a book and read, we have two options. One is you read from cover to cover, the entire book you read. Or if you think you don't have time for that, you just randomly open any page. Randomly open a page, and then whatever comes there, you read it. And if you can read for 2-3 pages and then you are satisfied, leave it. So I took the second option, because I don't have time to read 400 pages. So I simply randomly opened a page, and the poem had already started in the previous page. In the top left-hand corner, the poems already two stanzas are gone. The third stanza, from the middle of the third stanza, the poem starts. I started reading that. It was really a God-sent message for me on that day, because that part of the poem was talking about Saraswati Puja. it was really stunning that Saraswati Puja is happening in my home. And then I randomly opened a book, and then Bharati's version of Saraswati Puja was coming up on that page. And he very clearly he was describing whatever my grandfather is doing. You keep the picture of Saraswati, you keep all the books in front of Saraswati, and then you put some haldi and kumkum and flowers and all that. And then you say this is Saraswati Puja. The Bharati says this is not Saraswati Puja. If you want to really do Saraswati Puja, you go and find out the villages where there is no school, where there is no education, where there is no access to education, where there are a lot of underprivileged children are there, who are not even getting the minimum education required. You go there and find out, and then get these children together, at least educate one poor child. If you have done that, then that is real Saraswati Puja. This is the gist of the poem what I read. Then after that, I turned the page, and then I wanted to know how this poem starts. It is called Saraswati Vandanam. So it's a prayer to Saraswati. That's what is the title of this poem. And it starts with Veldai Thamari Poovidirupal. That is the way the poem starts. That is, it almost starts describing how the Saraswati's picture is there. The Saraswati is sitting on the white lotus. And you see Saraswati with eight different hands. Each hand is having one different item. One of the items is a book. So that means the goddess of learning is also studying. So there is no end to knowledge. So that is the symbolism what is there in that picture. So we have to understand what is there as a symbolism in each picture, and then try to follow it. Not just have the picture there and then do a puja, take the prasad, eat and go out. No, that is not the puja. So the real implementation of Saraswati Puja comes in when you educate poor children. At least one child, if you can change their life, you have done the Saraswati Puja. So this is a very, very powerful message, for me at a very young age, 11-year-old boy taking this book and looking at it. And then what is the puja happening in my home? I have to do this puja, whatever Bharati is talking about. This type of Saraswati Puja is what is required. Of course, Bharati is not saying don't do this puja. He is a person who has written a lot of poems about many gods, including Yeshu and Allah. So he is a believer. So he is not talking against the puja, but he is saying that the more what is required now currently in this country. So Bharati lived in the period when India was not independent, right? It was still ruled by British, and many children they were not getting good education. So getting good education, reaching good education to the poorest of the poor, that is what is real Saraswati Puja. So that is the first poem I read from Bharati, and it took a very long time to understand the real meaning, and then of course somehow that seed was planted in me, and I said I will do this. I will do this puja. That was a decision taken at very young age during my school days. So around the same time, I read books from Swami Vivekananda and also Mahatma Gandhi. I live in Mylapore. Even today, I live in Mylapore. I was born here. I've been living all my life. Ramakrishna Math is very close to my house. It's less than 2 kilometers from my place. So I used to go there as a child. I used to go there. I used to go to the bookshop there and then pick up the books. The attraction is very, very small books, pocket editions, and which will also suit your pocket. It's not very costly. We can buy 4 books for 1 rupee, like that. Very, very small books, but very powerful books. So there, what they quote what you read from my profile, that was really striking me. That God takes different forms. If you want, Rama, or if you want Krishna, or you want Anjaneya, you want Jesus Christ, or you want Allah, whoever you want. If you are a believer in that particular form of the God, the God will appear in that form. But for a hungry person, God comes in the form of roti, because he wants only roti. He doesn't want Ishvara or Rama or Allah or anything. I am hungry, so I want food. So Vivekananda says that for a hungry person, give food. That is the best you can do. No religion, no philosophy, nothing is required. Food is required for him because he is hungry. So this thought also was very powerful. And I also got some opportunity to read Mahatma Gandhi, some of the books from Mahatma Gandhi. This all happened during my school days. So Gandhi says, the India lives in its villages. So whatever development activity you want to do, you go to the village and do it. Unless the villages develop, the country is not going to develop. The no point is simply developing the cities and not bothering about the villages. So you have to go to the areas where the access to education, access to drinking water, access to good health. These things are not there. Now you go and create it there. You make the village self-sufficient. You give enough training so that the people can live in that village itself and then earn their living. So if such activities are done, then that is the real way of working for the country. So these three ideas, which was seated in me: educating the poor, village development, and feeding the hungry. These three are the basic fundamental principles of Sevalaya. So that is where I got my inspiration and then started implementing these ideas. Of course, it took a long time. Then I had to complete my school education, my college education. I was a very studious person. I was getting very good marks and all that. So I could clear the entrance exam of Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. I got admission there. I completed my engineering. Then I got into software IT job. So parallelly, then at that time, I started the organization also. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing. I could just form an imaginary picture, like I could visualize all of it when you were sharing that. That big book, you looked at that book and those eyes were looking back at you, the person with the mustache and, with a turban you mentioned, and how you requested for the book, all of that. And your grandfather performing the Saraswati Puja, and you had the book with you, and how you could relate to different things. That's really very nice. So now we'd like to ask you about your youth. Like when you were, in that youth stage, or maybe when you were very young, that's the time many people, they have this selfishness within them. That is I, me, and myself. I didn't see that in you. So how did you try to give your all at that age too? As a youngster, okay, you may be innocent, but once you cross 18, you're a little more mature. You begin to think about yourself, a little bit selfish. So how did you overcome all these challenges, like personal challenges, and give yourself entirely to serve the society?
No, it was very easy and simple for me because at a very young age, I got attracted towards the principles of Mahakavi Bharati, Mahatma Gandhi, and Swami Vivekananda. So it was always in my mind, that I had to do, I had to do something to implement, whatever they have mentioned. So I started reading more. I started reading more and more about these people, and I also wanted to, find out how I can implement the ideas. So I had to go and see what others are doing, what are the service organizations up there, in and around Chennai. So I formed a group. When I was in my college days, I had this association called Vivekananda Association. Some 20, 25, people who are my classmates, people known to me, they all joined together, and then whatever pocket money we used to get. So we used to put that money, and then we used to meet once in a month to discuss our plan, our actions. And then as a group, we used to go and visit some of the orphanages, some of the old age homes, some of the blind schools. So, some of the schools and institutions which I visited as a school boy, college boy, they are still there in Chennai. Those people still know me. So I still go to those places. So I'll go there, and then we will spend the whole day there as a team of youngsters. So we will try to help the orphan children there, who are younger to us, in their studies, and play with them, spend time with them. Some of us can sing, some of us can dance. So give all these programs, entertain them, entertain the old age home people, entertain the poor people. And then, whatever with our pocket money, whatever sweets or something we can buy and take it there. And some small items, whatever that organization may require, not very big items, something, even a bucket or a vessel or something is required for that kitchen. So we will find out what is required and then buy that and go and present it to them. So this is how we used to do. One day in a month as a planning meeting, and then next 3 Sundays, we go to 3 different organizations, visit them. So what I used to do is that go and meet the people who are the head of the organization, sit with them, and then discuss with them, and then find out how they are managing to run their organization. What are they doing to take care of the needs of the people? What are the challenges they have got? How they are raising funds? What are the connections with the government? What is the way to register an organization? The laws around that. And how do they manage the donors? How do they manage the children? How do they manage the older people? So I used to ask a lot of questions and then get all the information. That is why the other, the manuscript magazine you talked about, the Ragamadika, the magazine which are running from this association. I used to interview all these people, the leaders, the heads of these service organizations. I used to interview them so that I get all the information, so that I know that now when I start an organization, how can I manage the organization? So that information I used to collect as a youth. I was doing all this. And of course, during that time, I got my admission in Bangalore University of Science and moved from Chennai to Bangalore. And in Bangalore, we found out a slum, Sri Rampura. So today, I go to that place. There are a lot of metro stations are there, and now the whole place has changed. There is no slum there now. There was a slum at that time. This is all in 1981, 82, that period. So there's a huge slum was there. And if you go to that slum, all huts are there. In front of the huts, you will have the ladies and the children. They used to sit there and then they make this bati, udubati. So they used to roll that and then make the the product. That bati manufacturer was there nearby. So he used to come and give the raw material in the morning. In the evening, he will come and collect. And then counting the numbers, he will give them the money at the end of the week. Every Saturday, they used to get the payment. So children will never used to go to school. They used to sit and do this job. So I went to that bati factory. And I told the owner, that don't involve children. So this is against law. Child labor is not allowed at all, and you are involving children. Then he said, no, it is the parents. I am not giving it to the children. So I'm only giving it to the parents, and parents are, using their children to do this. Then I went to the parents. I spoke to them also. And we found out a small place, just under a tree. And he said, collected all the children. He said, every Saturday and Sunday, we will come here. We will tell you what is education. So that you get education, you get some interest in education. Then you can go and, get joined in some school. So we started doing that weekend classes for the children from the village. Of course, from Monday to Friday, they were still again doing that child labor activity they were doing. Saturday, Sunday, they were getting free time. And then our team used to go there, take classes for them. And slowly took them to some places, like Bangalore, there's a place called Vishweshwarya Museum. So we used to take them to the museum, explain to them about the science concepts and all that, and slowly get them interested in learning in education and all that, and took them to the nearby government school, and then spoke to the headmaster and got them admission into the school, bought them their books, uniforms, and all that. So made sure that the children from the child labor situation, they get converted and then go into the school. This activity we did as students of Indian Institute of Science. Also, the blind school we were talking about. So we were visiting the blind school also, and we said, no, we will record all their lessons, in cassettes. Those days we had those cassettes were there. It's not the CD or the whatever we have got today. It's not there. No, we had the cassettes. So we recorded all their lessons in the cassettes. We created a huge library for them, so the visually impaired people, they can just play the cassette and then they can. It's equivalent to reading the book for them. We used to go and write exams, as scribes for the blind people. So all such activities also we took up during that time. And then I completed my education, came back to Chennai. Later I joined Tata Consultancy Services. So once I got some money in my hand, I got the confidence that if I start the organization on my own, so at least for some months I can run it from my own money which I have saved, so that I don't have to go and ask for donations right from first day, which nobody is going to give. Right? I can't go and tell that I have got a huge big plan, so contribute for this plan. People may not understand that, but I got to implement it to some extent, and then it's easy to keep for me to bring the people to the actual spot, show them what is happening. And the people get interested and they'll start contributing. So initial few months, at least I have to spend from my pocket. So once I got the confidence that I have the enough money in my pocket, I can start it. I jumped into the water. So that's how in 1988 we started the organization with 5 orphan children. Yeah.
Excellent, sir. That's really very nice. Thank you for sharing. And it really makes sense as to how you've been through the process, the whole process. Like many of them wouldn't want to come forward and do all of it. They would want it easy. They want it on a platter, ready. But you worked through the entire thing. So to me, it's a wonder, like how many branches you have with Sevalaya doing the service for everyone in so many places. And not only it's in Tamil Nadu, it's in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh as well. Now, how this was possible, that's a big question mark. How were you able to spread your wings across different states?
So initially we started in a place called Kaswa village. Is near Tirunelveli in Thiruvallur district. It's just outside Chennai. At that time, I was still working in Tata Consultancy. So I had made a vow to myself that I will be in money earning job only for 25 years. So when I complete 25 years, I quit and come out. So till that time, I have to work for my own family requirements. So that was there. And so because my job was there in Chennai, of course, I was traveling all over the world as a IT consultant. I cannot spend too much of time going too far away from Chennai. So we looked for a place which is maybe 1.5 to 2 hours driving distance from Chennai, and also which has all these problems where there is no education, no water, no no hospital, nothing. So we want to find out a village like that, and and also at the same time I can travel and reach the place without much difficulty. So that was the condition. Now then the Kaswa village satisfied this condition. It's around 1.5 hours drive from Chennai. It did not have a school. It did not have a proper medical facilities. So all these issues were there in that place. And more than that, there's a lot of bricklins. The place was all surrounded by bricklins, and people from down south, south of Chennai. What is Tirunelveli, collected in a lorry. They were transported in a lorry from those places to Chennai, and then they were made as bonded laborers. They used to get some money, and just to repay that money, they have to keep on working. And every week when they get their salary, half of it will go in the repayment of interest. They will never repay the principal. They will keep on repaying the interest only. So they get into that situation, and then their children, the husband, wife, and the kids, they all work in the bricklin, and they used to get a very, very small amount. Every Saturday they used to get the payment, and half of it they will have to repay as interest, and the other half will not be enough even for having proper food for them. So how will they have any education? That is the problem. There was no free school there in that village. Kaswa village, even today, Sevalaya school is the only school. So we selected this place because it was satisfying all this need. And then we went there, orphanage for the school. We started buying land. Initially, it was 1.5 acres of land what we could manage to buy, and then slowly, half acre, quarter acre, we kept on adding. And today we have a 18 acres campus. There are a lot of activities are going on. So similarly, school and hostel, everything was built brick by brick. We never had huge donations. Small donations. Were all my friends, my colleagues, my family members, they all contributed. And slowly we started buying. The people with whom I was working in Tata Consultancy, they all contributed. On a monthly basis, everybody used to contribute a fixed amount. So we used to collect that money, and then that money was used to buy this land and all that. And the school was also constructed. Slowly, the children from the bricklins, they started coming. That also after a lot of pressure. We went and complained to the authorities that the child labor is going on. We have to stop the child labor. As usual, the authorities were not very keen to take any action. Then I had to go to the media. I got the attention of media, went to press, and then the press, they came out with huge articles, coming out to the problem of child labor in Thiruvallur district, in the bricklins, and also in the agriculture fields. So with that, the authorities woke up, and I had the district collector coming to Kaswa village. First time it happened in Kaswa village. The collector comes to the Kaswa village, and he personally saw. There was a surprise visit. I took him to the bricklins, and I showed him that this is what is happening. The children are working here. So a couple of bricklin owners, they were arrested on that day. The bricklins were closed down. Very strong action was taken, and these children were freed. So slowly the children started coming to our school. Of course, initially they said only boys. No, we don't want to send our girls to school. This is against our culture. So this is in 1988, 1989, 1990, that period, not 35 years ago. So the village had that idea that only boys need education, girls are not required. So we said, okay, no, we agreed to it because somewhere we have to start. No, if I keep on arguing with them, we're not going to start at all. So we said, okay, if you want to send only boys, send the boys. No, we'll start the school. We will make it completely free because you are all very poor people, no money. You have already borrowed money. You are paying interest. So we will not charge you anything. It will be a completely free school. We will give you no fees. We will give you uniforms. We will give you books. We will give you notebooks. We will pick you up. We will drop you. We'll give you food also. Everything you'll give. The entire package will make it free. So at least, one thing you do from your side, you send your children to school. That was the starting point. And the children started coming to school. And once they saw that the boys are getting good education, in a couple of years, the parents could understand what change the education can bring in. Then they said, okay, we will send our daughters also, and girls also will come. And the next couple of years, we had a rush of girls, because all the girls who missed out on education, they were all coming together. The 9-year-old, 10-year-old, they were all, they wanted the first grade admission because they missed, going to first grade when they were 5-year-old, 4-year-old. So a lot of girls started joining, and our, the population within Sevalaya school, if you see, it was 65% girls and 35% boys. And after a few years, it settled down to the normal level of 50-50. So when this was going on, a successful model, now many of our alumni, they were getting admission into very good colleges. Some of them completed the college education. They got into very good jobs. So after a very long time, I think the first one was around 13 years ago. That was around 2011. One of our donors, he said, why don't you spread your wings? Why don't you go and replicate this model in other places? And he said, I will offer you my land. We went to a place called Uttaraneru in Kanchipuram district, where one of our donors said, they will donate a piece of land to us. But it did not happen. The donor, when after we went there and we started a community college there, we said, by 2011, government has opened a lot of schools, and government has made everything free in the government schools also. It was not the case in 1988. So they had to spend money even to go to government schools. But by 2011, government schools are changed. They were following Sevalaya model. Now I say that we were the pioneers in this. Government followed us. They made everything free in the government schools. So there was no need to start another school. But we also saw another problem where a lot of people, even though they come to school, they drop out from schools. At the 5th grade or 6th grade, some issue in the school, some problem, they drop out from the school. Some of them get into bad habits, bad company. They are arrested by police. They're produced in the court. They cannot be sent to jail because they are less than 18. So below 18, no punishment. Whatever they do, you cannot punish them. So the court started writing orders saying, go to Sevalaya. So you go and learn a skill there. So this started happening. Then we started a community college where we said, no, we will have a 6 months to 1 year course. We will teach them tailoring. We will teach them basic computers. We will teach them tally, electrician, AC mechanic, nursing assistant, bakery. We started a lot of courses. We said we will teach all that. We will get them a job. That's what they want. So 5th grade dropout. Why did he drop out? Because he's afraid of exams. So I don't want to keep another exam. Let him be only practical. Let him learn practical things. Now with that, whatever he has learned practically, let him go and get into a job. Let him start earning, and then he will have a good life after that. Based on whatever performance in the company where he's joining, he can climb up the ladder in those companies. So that was the model. So in Uttaraneru, we started the community college where we found out a lot of women at a very young age, they have become widows. It's because Tamilnadu today, I don't know whether throughout India also, government is selling liquor, which is not, I cannot understand that. Spreading alcoholism, making people to drink more alcohol. The government sponsored shops are there where people go and spend all their money, whatever hard-earned money. The men is to go and drink. And at the age of 35, 40, they are gone. Their life is over. They are dead. The women without any qualification, without any skills, she is left with a couple of children on the street, no earning. So what do we do with these ladies? So we said, okay, we will give them tailoring training because that doesn't require any prerequisite. There is no prerequisite for tailoring training. They need not have gone to any school. No certificates are required. They can just be part of Sevalaya, learn tailoring free of cost. And once they learn tailoring, we donate tailoring machines to them. So they can start being self-employed. So they can get some small business in the villages, and then they can have their living. So that was the model we started in Uttaramed Road, where we started a community college with tailoring. And of course, for the youth, we said, okay, without computers, no job. You have to have some knowledge of computers. Now, at least you must know how to enter data. Now, you don't have to do programming. You don't have to be a software engineer. You can be a data entry person. That's an entry-level job you can get. So we started teaching them how to switch on, how to switch off, what is Excel, what is PowerPoint. So such very basic courses we started running, all free of cost, for the village youth. And slowly other donors started picking up this idea that from every village, every town in Tamil Nadu, different places, different donors, they said, I will donate my land, I will donate my building. So this movement started, and that really pushed us and took us to various locations within Tamil Nadu, in Andhra, in Karnataka, in Kerala also. And some of our, then 2015 or so, we had this CSR law in India. So Indian government passed a law. It said that 2% of the profit the corporate should donate to social causes. So when this law came in, many of the corporates came forward. They said, we will give a donation, and then you do a project which is closer to my locality, which is closer to my factory. So that was the condition which corporate said, within 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers of our factory, you start an activity. And this also gave us an opportunity that we spread our wings. We go to different places, we start different activities. We started old age homes, we started community colleges, we started tuition centers, and a lot of activities started in different locations, mainly driven by donors. Of course, sponsors are required for any activity. Without money, we cannot go and start anything. Once they saw the success in Kaswa village, that really triggered all this. There are a lot of individual donors, a lot of corporate donors. They started contributing for us to do the activity, replicate our activity in many places. Kaswa has everything. Kaswa has a free school. It has got a free hostel for children, old age home, gaushala, organic farming, hospital, community college. Everything is there in one place, that 18 acres plot. And when people come and see that, they say, okay, in my village do old age home, in my village do community college. So that type of support started coming. So that really pushed us. And I'm happy that now we are expanding. We will keep expanding. As you mentioned, that we will soon become pan-India. We will soon become pan-global. So wherever there's requirement, the one thing is there are poor people, there's requirement, and also there are sponsors who want to sponsor us to go and do the activity there. When we connect these two, then a new center is formed. Thank you.
Yes, excellent, sir. Thank you for sharing. That's really very nice. Yes, spread your wings and really bring beauty into the lives of people, happiness in the lives of people. I really like all of that. You just immersed me into all of that. I'm still into that phase where you've been sharing all of this. That's really nice. No, it's not only for one segment of, people. It's not only for children. It's for the women, as you also mentioned, tailoring. You mentioned senior citizens, schools, and so many things. Food.
Also gaushala, even the
Yeah, gaushala, organic farming, and all of that, very mesmerizing. That's really very true.
Thank you.
Yes. It's really a wonder to know all of this, because many of us are settled. It's only we do this and we just be relaxed. So there should be many more people like you who could come forward and take up activities like this and build a beautiful India and a beautiful world too. So the next question coming up. Did you face any challenge in all of these activities? This task is not easy and it cannot be shouldered by one person. Even if that one person, you have shouldered all of it, what kind of challenges did you face in the initial stages, and till date, do you face any challenges? There are two questions: initial challenges and till date, do you face any?
So as you grow, your challenges also will grow. So that one lesson I learned: challenges are never going to go away. If you're a bigger organization, you have bigger challenges. So it is part of the game, that you have to keep on managing the challenges. You have to keep on facing the challenges, overcoming them. That will always be there. If you are a small organization, these challenges are very small. When you are becoming big, challenges are also big. That is how growth is. If you don't have challenges, that means you are not growing. That you have to understand that now, if I am having more challenges, means I am grown. That is the appreciation of my growth. That's how I have to take it. When we started, people around me, they started telling me that this is not possible. How can you do this? How can you get this? My own parents, they also started telling me that don't do this, because you are taking children, you are taking responsibility for children for whom nobody has taken responsibility. Even their own parents have ditched them. Such children you are taking. But if you don't get funds, if you are not able to feed them, then where will you send them? There is no going back. You can't go back. One step you put it forward, then you have to keep on going forward. So you are getting into a trap like that. So don't start this. That is how my parents looked at it. Of course, with good intention, they were worried about me. That I'm going to get caught in something. And that disbelief is still there. Even today, when people look at Sevalaya, they say, "Oh, running this is really difficult. Don't start one more center. Don't expand further." So that advice keeps coming to me. Don't expand. Don't expand. No, that is a big challenge. That people trying to tell you that this is not possible, and you have to always challenge that and then work and then make sure. You have to prove that it is possible. You can do it. That takes quite a lot of your energy. Of course, funds is always a problem. It has to be like that also. When we have 100 rupees in hand, we have to have projects for 200 rupees. That is how we expand. That's how the organization keeps growing. So always, we don't have the money in hand and then start the activity. We start the activity and then put pressure on us so that we find the money for it. That's how we go. So funds is definitely a challenge all the time. People, you need people to work with you, right? Today, Sevalaya has more than 350 staff members. These are all full-time staff members, salaried like any other job. They have completed the required qualification they have got. They applied to us. We had an interview. We selected them. They have joined. We are giving them a salary regularly. So this is the big chunk of the organization. All work is happening because of them. So we have to give full credit for them. Of course, we have the trust board and all that. We have the advisory committee. We have the trustees and all that. They're all volunteers. The board members, they don't get any remuneration, no financial benefit from the organization. But that is a smaller group, and then we can, they can spend only a limited amount of time. But full time, people available is all the staff members, and they are doing all the activity. So, but as you see, the attrition is very high. It's the same thing in IT industry also, right? So that will happen in the NGO much more. Because you can't give them corporate salaries. Your salary levels should be like an NGO salary. It will not be a very high salary, and they will keep on looking at opportunities where they will get better salary. So because for them it's a job, for them it is not a service. For them it is not helping poor. Nothing. It is helping themselves. They want a job, so they are coming to a job. So if somebody gives more money, then they will ditch you and go there. So this is the normal behavior when people take it as a job. So there are a lot of people who are employees, but they don't take it as a job. They understand that their contribution is really making a difference to the poor people. They will continue to stay. They will not go. I've got a lot of people who have been there with me for last 30 years, 20 years, 25 years, 15 years. Long termers are there with me. But there are a lot of people who are joining, and then they stay for 6 months, 1 year, and the moment they get another job, they don't even tell you. They will simply quit. So managing this staff expectations and keeping them happy, keeping them engaged, making them understand that what they are doing is really changing the world. It is not just their salary. It's a major work. They are part of this organization where the millions of poor people are getting impacted by that. To make them feel that, get that feeling for the staff members. That is the next challenge, very big challenge. And of course, next one is there are a lot of people who will be jealous of you. who will not want Sevalaya to grow, who will not want Sevalaya to succeed. So these type of people will be there. They will start spreading rumors, they will start spreading wrong information, they will do all those things. So people will come and ask you, that something went wrong in the organization. All these questions will come. Media will also be very happy to project negative information. So they will pick up such people and then they will interview them, and then all these things happen to us. But we have to slowly, come out of it. We will have to not get affected. Initially, I used to get affected when somebody talks, really negative about the organization. When something all positive is going on, somebody will totally unconnected, spread a negative message. I used to get angry initially. Then I understood, that is what they understand. That is how they will behave. So I have to just ignore it and move forward. Whenever there's a problem, my only solution is I go back to my basics, Vivekananda, Gandhi, and Bharati. So when I go back there, then I look at their life. They have faced much more challenges. Swami Vivekananda in America, people writing gossip about him in American newspapers. All this happened to Swami Vivekananda's life. So if it happened to Vivekananda, why not to me? It will definitely come. So these challenges people faced in their lives, and that is the same thing we have to do it. There is no escaping this. So all such challenges will be there. And as you grow bigger and bigger, definitely there will be people who will be trying to pull you down. That will be there. The world is like that. We'll have to only pity them. We'll have to say, okay, that is the level of understanding they have got. So let them be at that level only.
Very rightly said, sir. I really agree with all of what you've just shared now with regard to how many challenges one could face when you do good work. That's very true. Yeah, because we've seen several leaders also, the best of best they have done, they have given their lives to, and yet there is something negative about them in the media, or there's somebody trying to pull them down. So we continue to do good, no matter what people say or don't say. We continue with that beautiful journey. Yes, we know who we are and what our thoughts and views are and how we take our life forward. Now, dear sir, now you're a strong, the main person of Sevalaya, right? Now, how long are you going to go deeper into it? Have you thought of somebody who is capable of taking over the reins of Sevalaya in the same spirit, in the same energy level, and in the same progressive mindset? Is there somebody that you've seen who could replace you if there is an emergency, or just after you, who? If I could put the question like that.
Yeah, I have faced this question often, and I have two answers for this, two different answers. One, I was in Calcutta. When I was in TCS, I used to travel within India also quite a lot. So I was visiting our TCS Calcutta branch. So when I went to Calcutta, I visited definitely Belur Mutt and Dakshineswar, where the headquarters of Ramakrishna Mission is there. Swami Vivekananda's Samadhi is there on the banks of Ganges. So I went there, I visited that place. Now I used to know that at that time there was a Swamiji who was the president of the Ramakrishna Mutt. So I went and met him. And then I gave the Sevalaya reports and all annual reports, all that I showed it to him. So he went through it very patiently. He was a very, very elderly person. He went through the whole thing, very senior Swamiji. Then he asked me the same question. He asked me. He said, "Mr. Murali, you have built up an organization which is doing so much of work." This was around 20 years ago. So that time itself, he said, "It's a big organization. A lot of activity is going on. But who is going to take care of it after you?" Then I told him, "Why should I care?" I said, "Swamiji has selected me. He has sent me to do this work. So this is his work. So if work has to continue after me, he will have to find out somebody else and he has to send. So who will continue after me is a question you should ask the owner, not an employee, right? In any organization. In Sevalaya, the boss is Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi, and Mahakavi Bharati. So they will identify a person, they will send a person to run the activity, not me. I don't have to worry about it. No, I'm an employee. So as long as I'm employed, I will continue. Then I will quit. Then the 90-year-old Swamiji, he got up, he came around the table, and then he patted on my back. He said, "The right answer." he was so thrilled to, to listen that answer from me. Of course, that is very philosophical. To come to the practical life, we have a lot of young blood coming into our in our board. So one thing I've been telling all our board members is, from now on, anybody joins in our board will be minimum 20 years less than me. So we will have to take youngsters who will join. So there are couple of people who are there on the board who are much younger to me. And there's one boy called Ilayaraja, who lived in Sevalaya. He was a beneficiary of Sevalaya. He was living in our hostel. He studied completely with support from Sevalaya. Today he is a software engineer. Today he's working. He's settled in London. He often travels back to India. We have taken him part of the board. He is part of the Sevalaya's managing board. He's a board member. We have a couple of others like that who are equally aged as Ilayaraja. So they are also board members. So they are all getting the training required to understand how the organization is running, what other senior board members are doing. They are closely watching it. So hopefully one of them will take the reins and run it whenever it is required.
Yes, that's really nice, sir, because see, you've started a wonderful legacy. It should not go in the wrong hands. It should continue with, and that is the thing that I have in mind. It should reach the right kind of people and the right one should head it. You're doing justice. So we are very happy with your presence and the start that you've started all of this with a positive mindset. So we want many more V.Muralidharans like you. Yes. So now you've also been focusing through Sevalaya. You have also been giving your time for flood victims, menstrual hygiene, sports, and different competitions. If you could enlighten us about all of this as to what else Sevalaya does apart from what that you've already mentioned earlier. Yes.
We run a lot of awareness programs. One thing you mentioned is you want a lot of Muralidharans to come. So Muralidharan came because I happened to read Vivekananda, Gandhi, and Bharati at my very young age. So how to make others also read? So we run a lot of competitions for various school children. Not only just running competitions, we do a lot of programs. Where we go and talk to the children about the life of Bharati, Gandhi, and Vivekananda. We have a team. It's called the BGV team, Bharati, Gandhi, Vivekananda team. Full time doing only this job. Connecting all the schools who is responding to us, colleges, and then go and conduct programs. If they want 3 days program, we will do 3 days. If they want 1 day, we will do 1 day, half a day. So whatever time they are willing to give. So our people will go there, depending on the age of the students who are attending. We will have puppet shows. We will have film shows. We will have skits. We will have songs, dance. Whatever, not just lecture. We have different forms through which we will communicate the message of Vivekananda, Gandhi, and Bharati to many of the youngsters. This is reaching tens of thousands of people across Tamilnadu. Of course, we will have to start it in other states also. So that has been happening for a very long time. And then we are attracting tens of thousands of students who attend these programs, who attend the who come and take part after attending the program. They take part in the competitions. They come and attend the functions where we get chief guests who can talk very well about these 3 people, and then give the prizes during the vacation. So that is one of the awareness program what we are doing, trying to see who else is going to get inspired by these 3 people so that they come into doing service activity. Of course, the other thing you mentioned is the menstrual hygiene. So that is another important thing required in the villages. The village girls, there is nobody to teach them properly. They don't have enough money to buy whatever is required during that period. So we make a package where the napkins and some of the high protein food is also given. So make a package and give it as a present to all these girls who are in the age group of probably from age 12 to age 15, 16, who are there in the school. So we take our doctors, we take our the support medical team, and then explain to them what is this menstrual cycle, why they should not be shy about talking about this, and what they should do during that period, how to keep them fit. So all that information we give. We also run a mental health clinic, where we have psychologists, we have counselors, who go into the villages. Again, in the villages, it's a taboo. If somebody has got a mental health problem, they don't talk about it at all. They simply brand him, as a mad person, and then, nothing is done about it. So the minimum, small counseling will change the life of many people. So we have the team, who go and visit the villages. We also have a clinic in Thiruvallur, mental health clinic, where people can come and, take the support of counselors. Our counselors also can go into the villages and talk to them. That also we do. And we also have a cultural team, from our school students, which forms skits, music, dance, all these programs they take. They go into the villages and perform. To tell them that, we take up a theme like, child marriage. Why should we not do child marriage? There will be a skit on that. There will be a dance on that, music on that. So that kind of program they will go and give. So these things also we do in various villages. In fact, this awareness about the Bharati, Gandhi and Vivekananda, the government of Tamil Nadu, the prisons department, they wanted us to conduct in the prisons. So we were asked to go and conduct classes within the prisons to the prisoners. That was a very, very, really impactful experience what we got, running or having these classes run in prisons. We used to have murderers, sitting in front of us, people who killed, people from another religion just because of religious differences. And we are there standing and talking about Mahatma Gandhi's ahimsa. So after the session was over, they were crying. People who were in their 40s, they broke down. They said nobody came to our school and told us about all these things. So we were really misguided. That's why we are there in prison now. And then they gave the address of the schools where their children are studying. They said, please go to these schools, conduct these classes in those schools. At least our children, they will get a clear understanding of how to live. So that was the kind of response we got from these prisoners and the prison department also. Officials, they said, the conduct of the prisoners, that all changed after the classes Sevalaya conducted. So those are all very, very, very impactful programs what we run. Thank you.
That's really nice. And rebuilding the lives of the prisoners. That's really nice. Giving them a nice talk or transforming their mindsets. It's the latest concept that has been taken up by the government of India. Like even in foreign countries, it's the same. And so Indian government is also doing its very best to reform the prisoners and to build them back, bring them back into the society mainstream. Yes, that's really nice. Good to hear that. I'm really very pleased that, yes, you connected even with the prison ministry and trying to, as you said, you connected and with them, and then they've given the name of the schools of their little children, like go there and educate them, enlighten them, empower our children, because we were not empowered in the right way. So that is awareness, we have to create awareness. That's very nice. Beautiful, sir. Now, sir, Sevalaya is also connected with various items where people could come and purchase something online. Now, what are all of this? If you could share that, many of our sisters, all of us could at least do our bit. Whatever we, purchase online through Sevalaya, I mean, that would, the proceedings would go to the benefits of all the people who are connected to Sevalaya, the orphans, the senior citizens. It could be all the people who are underprivileged. So I'd like you to share more from your side. It would be really appreciated.
So I was talking about these young widows in the villages, the people without any skill, without any education, without any support, financial support. They lost their husbands. They've got 2 or 3 children. They don't know what to do for their living. So such ladies we take and then we give them training in tailoring. At the end of their tailoring course, 6 months to 1 year, we also present them the tailoring machine, of course, sponsored by some donor. So we buy and then give the tailoring machines. We said, you can be an entrepreneur. You can start your small unit in the village and then you stitch. But if there are 50 such tailors in a village, how much business they will get? So there is one more step required, to make it totally fruitful. Then what we decided is that we are running a school, with 2,200 children in Kaswa village, Thiruvallur district. So all these children, we find sponsors and get them uniforms. So why don't we stitch these uniforms using these ladies? We give them business also. 2,200, each one with 2 sets. So around 4,500 uniforms to be stitched. for a year, per year, and then we give it as a business to these ladies. No, they can stitch from whatever they have learned in our tailoring classes. They can give, and whatever we pay to any other tailor, the same money we will give these people also. So instead of just making them giving them the skill and also giving them the tools, we have to also give them business. Right? Without business, what is the point in just having the skill and the tool? That was the idea by which we started the Shopee Seva. We call it Shopee Seva. We had to form it as a separate organization because Sevalaya is registered as a charitable trust. Within charitable trust, we cannot do business activity. Um, so we had to form a company, where the applicable taxes are there. We have to pay the taxes and all that. So we don't want to evade any tax by doing this under Sevalaya itself. So we said we will pay tax. We will have it as a separate organization. We will form a company. So we formed a company by name Shopee Seva. My family members, we all contributed, and we became the shareholders in this company. And while forming the company, we have already given in writing that we don't want any profit. Now, whatever dividends are coming through, whatever profits are coming, all that will be donated to Sevalaya to carry out the charitable activities. So we put in the capital, and then we said we will not take the profit from this. The profit will go to Sevalaya. That is how the arrangement is made. So all these ladies who have learned tailoring, they stitch uniforms for our school students. Then we found out that there are a lot of ladies. Now we have done it in 12 different locations all over Tamilnadu. So one school uniform is not enough to feed all these ladies. So we started canvassing. We said, okay, we go to corporates. Many corporates have their uniforms, right? So we appeal to the corporates. We said, your corporate uniforms, you give it to these ladies. They are really doing a great job. Any other tailor, whatever they are doing, same thing they can also do. So why don't we give this job to these ladies, and then that becomes a service. Many corporates agreed, and then we are taking this business to the villages. So they sit in the village, they do the stitching, then we take back the final product back to the corporates, get the money, and whatever money has to be paid to the tailors, we give it to the tailor. And in the process, there is a small profit which goes into Shopee Seva. At the end of the year, from Shopee Seva, the entire profit is again donated to Sevalaya to start more community colleges, more ladies are getting benefited. So that's how the cycle goes on. So they can stitch uniforms, they can stitch the ladies chudidar, or the men's shirt and whatever, pajama, kurta, all that they can stitch. So we started engaging them and making them stitch more and more items. And we started a shop in the central city. We said, okay, we'll bring all this to the city and we'll publicize the city. That now you come to us, there is a shop just right outside the Mayiladuthurai big temple. We have a shop named Shopee Seva. So if people come there, they can go there, and then they can buy all these items. And we said we'll make other things also, not just tailoring items. We will do so many other things. Whatever the village people can do, we can give them training. We will get the items done. A lot of snacks,
Yes,
like appalam, papad. So they can make all this. It's all we don't need a big factory to do all this. It can be all done at home. Village ladies, village widows, they make all this. During Diwali time, we make them, make sweets. A lot of sweets are produced by all these ladies. Now we said, okay, we'll go take corporate orders, we'll take individual orders. Krishna Jayanti, Diwali, Christmas, people can make cakes. We have a bakery course running. So a lot of people from our community college, they have become bakers. They know how to make cakes, how to make biscuits, how to make cookies, how to make bread bun. All this we teach. And the people, after getting the training, they can get all these products out. And we have a shop where we can take orders and then supply this. That is the chain where we completed the entire cycle. Where the profit again goes back to the village. We said, okay, let us not just have a shop where we expect people to come, walk-ins and then buy. We will go online. So Shopee Seva is available online also. The people from anywhere in the world, they can order on the Shopee Seva site, and whatever products is listed there. If you order it, we can supply it. We can send it to anybody, anywhere in the place. We can send. So this is really changing lives in the villages. Poor ladies who do not have any funds to run the family, they are all getting some money hand so that they can have a peaceful living. Thank you.
Excellent, sir. That's really nice. Like, I would like you now to share the website, like as to where people can go and acquire these things, the various things that are produced. As you said, there's an online shopping portal as well. If you could just mention that for us, for our audience, it would be nice, sir.
So you can just type Shopee shopeeseva.com. So you'll get there. Sevalaya, you can do sevalaya.org. So there are these websites are available. You can go there. From Sevalaya site also, you can connect to Shopee Seva. So it's an e-com site. You can go there and order online also.
So, thank you for sharing. Thank you very much. And I hope that all of you come forward and do your bit. Maybe instead of buying it from some other website, you can buy something from here, which could really benefit many people. As you know, the truth now that's being shared over here on the International Fab Talks with regard to Sevalaya, the work that it does for the underprivileged and, of course, for society at large. That's wonderful. Now, dear Sam, what is that one thing you like about yourself?
About myself, I'm a workaholic. So,
how many hours do you work per day then? How many hours?
25 hours.
Oh.
I always say when people ask me whether Sevalaya is a 6-day week or 7-day week, I tell them 8 days week. So any activity, I cannot rest till it is completed. I have that inbuilt, it's inbuilt in me. That something taken up, it has to be completed. It cannot be left midway. So that push is always there. Of course, again, the push is coming from Bharati, Vivekananda and Gandhi. So they are pushing me.
Oh, nice. That's really very nice. I guess I'm sure that every one of us should have this from you, sir, to keep the flame alive, to keep the flame burning, to have that spirit of passion, that what you can say, that the positive vibe, or maybe that inner call, keep it alive. You started at the age of 11, you still have it burning now. You still have that fire within you. Now I've got that word right. You have that fire still burning in you. I have to do my very best, give my very best. And I can't sleep without completing my work. As you said, it's 25 hours and not 24. It's 8 days and not 7 days. I get that. I understand. Like, your mind is always on Sevalaya. You want to do your very best till your last breath. That's really nice, sir. Now, sir, have you been kind enough towards yourself, taken a holiday, gone with family and enjoyed some time away from all of this? Just you, your family, or maybe just you alone?
Yes, Sevalaya is our family. So we always say that it's not an organization, it's not an institution, it's a family. So many people within Sevalaya, they used to call me Anna. Anna is elder brother. As I am growing old, many people call me Appa, and some of the children, they call me Grandpa. So my wife also, right from beginning, she is also involved in all the activities of Sevalaya. So most of our outings are Sevalaya outings. We go to other branches of Sevalaya. It's all in very beautiful places. Go to Gudalur, then it is very close to Ooty. Right? So it's a hill station, a very nice place. We go and visit our center. Then we carry out the Sevalaya activity at the same time. It's a kind of a vacation for us. We go and spend time there. Now the Tenkasi, Kattayam, where we have installed the statue of Bharati and his wife Challamma. Kutralam is very near from there. The beautiful waterfalls is there. So a lot of places wherever Sevalaya is there, we have a tourist attraction also in those areas. So we combine the two. We never do a separate vacation. Of course, sometimes we have gone like that. Some of the tourist vacations. And when I was in TCS, I have traveled all over the world. So I come to the US. I've been to many places in Europe, Australia, Hong Kong. Almost the entire world I have traveled. So nothing new to me.
Yes, that's really nice. Now, I'd like to ask you this. Now, is Sevalaya open for other people to just come and have a look at it as to how things are going and then make a decision of donating? Is it open for everyone at any time?
Yes, anytime, no permission required, no advance information required. You can just walk into any of the Sevalaya centers. The details of all the centers are available on our website. You don't have to call, you don't have to fix up anything. You can just come. You can just come and as a surprise visit, you can come and see. what is going on. We encourage that. Now we don't want people. Even today morning in the newspapers, I saw that there's somebody was running a fake organization, and they have collected more than 10 crores in last 1 year. Fake donations. So people don't go and visit, they don't know what is happening. Somebody makes a phone call and says, give me donation. We are so this thing, that we simply say, okay, 1,000 rupees, what does it matter? We can give. So that mentality, some people are cashing on that, and then they can collect 10 crores in 1 year. Really surprising. But no, I would definitely like people not to do donations like that, without going and personally seeing, and then without confirming that things are properly going on. Please, even 1 paisa don't donate, 1 cent also don't donate. We definitely want people to come and see. We also have a lot of people who do volunteering work. It's not just money. So a lot of people from all over the globe, they physically come, and thanks to Corona, now people are very comfortable with online, right? Even this interview is happening online. So before Corona, people were not so familiar with Zoom and online facility and all that. Nowadays, it's become very common. So we have got a volunteer from London taking Bharatanatyam classes, dance classes from London. And our children are learning dance. Somebody is taking music classes again from overseas. That classes are going on. A lot of people are taking maths or science or whatever they are experts in. Those classes they are taking. Only thing, the problem is ours is a Tamil medium school. We are catering to the poorest to the poor. They can speak only Tamil. If you speak them in English, they don't understand anything. So we need volunteers. If they have to work with the children and the senior citizens, then you must know how to speak in Tamil. And otherwise, it will not be effective. That is the only issue. But if you want to do other type of volunteering, like you do fundraising for us, you help us in identifying the donors, all that, those kind of things you can do. Even if you don't know English, even if you don't know Tamil, you can do such activities. You can get in. We get volunteers from many places. In fact, a lot of volunteers from all over the globe. They were coming and staying there just before Corona period. We used to have around 10 volunteers from different countries, 10 different countries coming and staying in our campus, doing all sorts of activities, various activities. They will even go and clean the cows. We have seen Americans coming and staying in our campus. They say, we want to do something for animals. They go and clean the cows. They take all type of activities. But after Corona, that was not restarted. People were there, and then when Corona started, in panic, they all went back. So now the moment will start again. When people are okay to travel, they will come back. There are people who come for 1 month, come for 3 months, or some people come for 1 year. All the gap year students, from the UK, they come for 1 year, 1 full year. They stay there. By the time they go back, they are already fluent in Tamil. They can speak in Tamil with our children. So very powerful activities in villages, going and understanding the life of villagers, and also supporting the villages. For people coming from Western countries, it's a totally different experience. So we have had a lot of volunteers coming and doing that. And just a visit anytime, no problem. People can come and they can definitely visit. They can look at our accounts. All our accounts are published on our website. It is open for anybody to look at it, nothing to hide. So how much money has come in, how much we have spent, on what projects we have spent. All details are there. Our audited statement is fully there on the website. It's not required to put it, but we have put it. People who donate, who don't donate, people who like us, people who don't like us, everybody can see our accounts. So it's a very open organization. No problem at all. You are welcome. You are welcome to come and take a look at all the activities of Sevalaya.
Yes, so that's really very nice to be open and to be, transparent. That's what, it's called transparency. Yes. So I'd love all of you, if you ever view this video and if you feel like coming forward, donating something or going there and checking out yourself, volunteering, you can please come ahead. That would really be your service to humanity. That's really nice. Everyone should do a little bit. Dear sir, now I just ask you one question. Till date, you've been like starting from the age of 11, till date, your proudest accomplishment among all the things that you've done, all the activities and projects that you've done along with your friends, family members, and unknown donors, and all of them, which thing gave you the utmost satisfaction? And you said, wow, I accomplished this task, and this is the best feeling I've ever felt.
Yeah, it is the work we have done with children. That is coming top of my mind. I've seen a lot of children who have lost their parents, who had completely no support in the entire world. Sevalaya is only their support, and those students come up in their life, and they are all very well settled, and they are contributing back to the organization. I think that is the best what has happened. I can quote a couple of children. One is one girl called Abhirami. She lost her parents, both parents at the age of 5. She first lost her father, and within a couple of years, she lost her mother also. And then this young child, 5-year-old child, was left all alone in the village. There was nobody to take care. Many of the relatives, they did not bother to take care of this child. And the villagers, they carried this child, brought this child to Sevalaya, and then they left the child here. This girl studied in Sevalaya school. She stayed in the Sevalaya hostel. And as she grew up, we found out that she is having a lot of interest in the fine arts. Some people have that fine arts brain, right? So they're interested in music, they're interested in dance, art, painting. So that type of a character. And then once we identified that, we said, okay, this can be your career. Then we put her when she came to college. There is a College of Fine Arts in Chennai. So we got her admission in that college. She did her graduation, then she did her post-graduation also. Then after that, she has no place to go. So we said, okay, we'll employ her as a drawing teacher in Sevalaya. So she became an employee of Sevalaya. She continued to live in Sevalaya at the time also. Then one day she came and told me that during her college days she has met a boy. So now I want to get married. So talk to this boy. Then I found out their family. I went to their family. I spoke to them. Then we found everything is okay. Then we can have the marriage. So the marriage was conducted in Sevalaya premises in our school auditorium. The marriage happened. The girl is married now, and the husband is a piano player. So he was also there in the fine arts college when this girl was studying there. And she continues to work as a school teacher, the arts teacher, and very normal life. I was just thinking, if some support was not there like this, Sevalaya or any other organization, giving a support at the right time, what would have happened to this girl? At the age of 5, losing both parents and nobody to take care. It's really dangerous for a girl to live like that on the streets. So this is just one example. We have so many examples like this, in Sevalaya, where we have done a lot of work with the children. I mentioned about the community college and also about the children, who are in conflict with law. That's how they call it. The below 18, some mistakes they have done, they got into the hands of police, produced in the court, and then from there they come to Sevalaya. So such children, many of them, through our mental health clinic, through our counselors, they get a lot of counseling. We have given them a training. Then they get a good job. One such boy who went through our AC mechanic training, there were around 17 cases against him. The moment you are caught by the police and there is one case against you, and wherever the police wants a victim, wants a person on whom the case can be put, so they immediately start dumping all the case on the person, because there is nobody, no lawyer, no support. So suddenly, one case became 17 cases, and this fellow was produced in the court, and then he came to Sevalaya school. So we put him in the AC mechanic training. He completed the training, and then he got a job in Blue Star, one of the companies which is making air conditioners. So he got a job there, and after getting his job, he came to Sevalaya, and he said the first month's salary, entire salary, is donated to Sevalaya. You don't donate the entire money to Sevalaya. I told him, your family is a very poor family. You first take care of your mother. You can donate later. He said, no, sir, my first priority is Sevalaya. I will donate to Sevalaya. And then I met his mother also. His mother said that all along, my life, I have lived only on pavements. I never had a roof above my head. And my child, really because of this poverty, poor situation, he got into wrong habits and became a criminal like this. But now you have turned him totally, in a normal direction. Now he has got a job. He is getting a regular salary. Now with his salary, he has rented a house. He has taken me into a house. Now I am myself and my son, we are living together in that house. First time in my life, I am having a roof above my head. I am very proud of my son. So I could see that mother's feeling that she is very happy that the child has come back to her. So such instances, really, I feel that really Sevalaya has made a difference in the life of many people. Thank you.
Excellent, sir. That's really nice to know all of these beautiful examples and anecdotes that you've shared. They're all realities, my friends. Yes, that's really nice. Sir, what is the message towards the end you'd like to give to everyone, each one of us, across the world, not only in Tamil Nadu, not only in India, across the world? What's, you're now an icon for us now. You're somebody, until you reveal yourself, you speak out like this, we don't know who you are. Now, as you've spoken so much and shared so much about the work you're involved in, then we get to know you as the real person. Now, from you, we'd love to have a wonderful message, an empowering one, before we end the session. Yes.
No, whatever I have done through Sevalaya, it's all because of the books I read from Mahatma Gandhi, Mahakavi Bharati, and Swami Vivekananda. So I would, my message always, to everybody is to, start reading about these people. Really take it seriously and try to understand what they have contributed to the society, what they have done. All these books are available, in all languages. So whichever language suits you, you can pick up the books. You can read these books. You can understand, the ideas of these three people, and don't stop there. Start implementing whatever ideas which are really, appealing to you. You start framing your action plan. You get into action, start implementing them. Definitely, the world will be a better place to live. You can do it through Sevalaya. You're most welcome. Our organization is already well established, 36 years of service with 27 locations. We are spread in entire South India. Definitely, people, whatever contributions they can make in terms of money or in terms of time, you are all welcome to do it. On the other hand, if you want to start on your own, if you want to do it through any other organization, which is very close to you, which is very close to where you are living, everything is fine. No problem at all. No, good work has to happen. That is the real crux of the matter. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, so much. You're so humble. And you've said, like, either you come and join us, join hands with us, or start up on your own. That shows your humility and how humble you are. It's not only Sevalaya. There are many places like us, like Sevalaya. There are many organizations, but we'd love to be you. We'd love you to be a part of Sevalaya. That's also there. That I would love that they all come forward, join hands together, like one big unit, one big family. That would really be nice. Yes, sir. We look forward to many more interactions with you, sir, in the future. I really had a wonderful time getting to know you, and thank you for sharing your time and wisdom with us today on the International Fab Talks. And dear friends, if you'd like to connect with our special celebrity and guest, you'd like to have a talk with him, you'd like to connect with his work, you would also want to be a part of his organization, you want to volunteer, please do connect with sir. We'll share his information in the description when we share this video. Sir, is there anything you would like to share before we wind up the session, sir, that I did not focus upon, like anything I left out, you could concentrate on that now.
It was really nice talking with you. And with all the questions you asked, you really brought out, all the important points right from my age 11 up to date, till today, whatever Sevalaya has done, everything has been covered. So it was really nice to, have such kind of interaction with you. And definitely this video is going to reach millions of people. And then based on that, people will be really getting interested in doing service and then helping poor people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And we look forward to many more interactions. What I would like to say towards the end, I would like to see many more people like you.
Yes.
I would like that beautiful vision to spread across everywhere. We need many more Muralidharans. V.Muralidharan, sir, should be there, the head of Sevalaya, the managing trustee, the founder of Sevalaya. We want people like this in the world. We don't want selfish people only for themselves. We want you to spread your wings across the world with love, compassion, and above all, respect. When you respect others, everything is possible in the right way. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Rambo Nandri, sir.
Nandri, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. My dear friends, with this, we come to an end to the International Fab Talks for now. Stay connected with us. And of course, do us a small favor. Please share this video with as many people as you can. Let it reach the right kind of people. You never know, there may be some underprivileged child who would want to join Sevalaya, some underprivileged woman or family or a senior citizen who would want help, or you yourself want help, or you want to contribute your services and get connected to Sevalaya, you're most welcome. Or you want to start up your own, that is also welcome. And how to do it, you can just ask sir, he will show you the right track. And don't forget Mahatma Gandhi ji, Bhardiyar, and of course, Swami Vivekananda. With this, we sign off from the International Fab Talks for today. Stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.